Willow and Drew. Drew is not simply a victim in this situation. He is also connected to Michael through family, history, and increasingly complicated business interests. Michael, therefore, cannot easily separate the personal consequences from the larger conflict developing around Drew. And that brings us directly to Sonny. While Michael is dealing with a devastating personal revelation, Sonny is preparing for a completely different kind of battle. Sonny is gearing up to fight Drew over Jen's Sidwell's business assets. And this conflict has all the ingredients of a classic General Hospital power struggle. Business disputes in Port Charles rarely stay purely professional. Money creates leverage. Leverage creates alliances. Alliances create betrayal. And when Sonny Corinthos is involved, the stakes naturally become even higher. Sonny's interest in Sidwell's empire assets puts him on a collision course with Drew. What makes the conflict especially interesting is that neither man is entering the fight without history. Their relationship has already been complicated by family connections, personal disagreements, and competing visions of how power should be handled. Drew's interest in Sidwell's assets could represent more than financial ambition. Control of those assets could give him significant influence. Sonny understands that influence can become dangerous if it falls into the wrong hands. From Sonny's perspective, the battle may therefore feel like a matter of protecting his interests and preventing Drew from gaining too much power. But Drew is unlikely to back down. The central question is not simply who gets the assets. The bigger question is what each man plans to do with them once they have control. This is where the Sidwell storyline can become a major engine for future episodes. A business empire of this magnitude creates opportunities for alliances, betrayals, negotiations, and secret deals. Sonny may have one strategy, while Drew has another. Both men may also discover that someone else is quietly manipulating the situation from behind the scenes. General Hospital has always been at its strongest when business conflicts are connected to personal relationships. The Sonny-Drew battle has that potential because the two men are not operating in isolation. Their decisions affect Michael, their families, and many of the people around them. That means the Willow revelation could eventually intersect with the Sidwell conflict in unexpected ways. Michael is already emotionally vulnerable. If Sonny becomes involved in the fallout from Willow's secret, Michael could find himself pulled between his father and the woman connected to the shooting. If Drew discovers that Willow was responsible, his reaction could also change the entire balance of power between the characters. Imagine Drew learning that Willow shot him while Sonny is simultaneously fighting him over Sidwell's assets. Suddenly, Drew would have both a personal reason and a business reason to escalate his conflict with the Corinthos family. That is precisely why this revelation feels so dangerous. One secret can create several new conflicts simultaneously. Meanwhile, the younger generation receives a quieter but equally meaningful storyline as Rocco and Scout continue growing closer. Their scenes provide an important contrast to the heavier adult drama. While the adults are dealing with violence, betrayal, legal battles, and business warfare, Rocco and Scout are experiencing something much simpler: connection. Their growing bond matters because General Hospital has always used the younger generation to reflect the consequences of the older generation's choices. Children and teenagers often become the emotional center of family stories because they are not yet completely trapped by the grudges and alliances that dominate the adults. Rocco and Scout's bonding moments therefore offer a reminder that relationships can exist outside the complicated power struggles of Port Charles. But even this seemingly innocent storyline can become important in the larger family dynamic. Rocco and Scout are connected to families carrying enormous amounts of history. Their closeness could strengthen relationships between their parents and relatives. It could also create new complications if adult conflicts begin affecting them. The emotional importance of their scenes should not be underestimated. After an episode filled with a potentially explosive confession and a major business confrontation, viewers need moments that allow the story to breathe. Rocco and Scout provide that balance. Their relationship also represents something General Hospital often explores: the possibility that the next generation might choose a different path. The adults have spent years repeating cycles of conflict. Children are often the ones who have the opportunity to break those cycles. Whether Rocco and Scout's friendship eventually becomes something more significant remains to be seen. but their growing closeness establishes a foundation